Okay, I'm excited to get started with you. This is the Scribbles That Matters journal that I've used to create this. Get on the inside. And you will see in place of the key, I will write a 2022 artist statement, and that artist statement will be attached here. I have the index pages. I filled this out after my journal was finished. We have the year at a glance, my vision for my business for 2022, the main way that I sell my artwork through vendors, events, and booths. I've created an area here for listing each event that I'd like to participate in. Then I will go back and pen and write in the ones I actually participate in. I also like to keep track of my paintings I create each year. It gives me a good record of when I completed each one. It also encourages me to paint more often. Competition shows, exhibits for 2022. I don't participate in many, but I like to keep track of the ones I do. Commissions, usually for pet portraits. I have it blocked out where I can do one a week. I usually do maybe 2 or 3 a month. Website information, the basics of how to get onto my website for working on it, and how I have it set up. Skillshare classes, the main way I teach. Just basic statistics and listing of the classes. Patreon, something I'm thinking about getting into. I wanted a section to record what I post on it, and a section for rewards and tiers for those who contribute, and statistics. The very basic statistics for my Etsy shop, done by month. Creative Market, I haven't laid this one out yet. I've created a space because I'm interested in looking more into that. The backbone to our business, our newsletter, our email list. I've got these combined in a couple of spreads here. This is the newsletter layout. I've also got my subscribers each month here to see growth or decline. Freebies and giveaways for my newsletter. Also sign-ups. I like to know who I gave the freebies to and what the freebie was. Convert kits who I use for my email newsletter. So there's statistics and goals and the basics here. Blank page in case I choose to do something else along the lines of all this next year. Very basic beginning to my blog spread. Goals, my plan for my blog, keywords, niche keywords that I want to make sure I keep track of. Basic blog statistics. This will list tools for running my blog that I find helpful, the categories in my blog, and labels and tags for SEO purposes. This is my Instagram basic hashtag list. I've left it pretty much empty. I expect to fill this up. Then I have a content calendar. My content calendar is for all my social media, YouTube, and blog. So I've started it out with international and national days of the year that pertain to my wildlife artwork and nature. That gives me something to talk about when I'm at a loss. I have a calendar page with tabs at the top, done Dutch door style, for each content calendar day to make sure I lay out when my posts, my blog posts, my newsletter, YouTube, anything special going on with social media, any launches of products or anything, it all goes in this calendar, and it's just the basics. I use project pages for the details. The back, I have a lunar calendar that I have printed out. I purchased and printed out, and it's because I like to photograph and paint the moons. Went a little more into detail for YouTube. I am revamping my channel this year, and as part of that, I'm not monetizing it, so you won't see that on here, but you will see my goals, my notes, and then monthly statistics and a place to write each video that I load. And I believe in the back, a tag list. I can also use these circles for extra tags or anything I want to put in them I find necessary. Art themes and challenges. I use this to stay on course. I've plugged in some of the international and national days in pencil. There's 5 weeks this month, 4 weeks this month, and I've got ideas penciled in. Now I will permanent marker this in, or permanent pen this in as I do these, and this helps me keep all my products, everything I'm doing on one page to make it easier. Daily sketches, which will also follow that calendar. I need to get back into my morning sketches. I've created 5-day weeks for my daily sketches, and that gives me Saturday and Sunday to catch up if necessary. My journal sketchbook project, my nature journal sketchbook project. This is where I have one nature journal sketch I do each week, and that will also follow along my themes. I need to get back into my nature journaling more, and that's designed to help me focus on that. I also, for Patreon and for thank you cards and things, I want to create watercolor cards that are not just printing out my artwork. I want to actually create cards based on my artwork, but that are unique for my clients and my customers and the Patreons. Then I have blank space left in here for, there it is, blank space left in here for project development, for professional development, for project planning, things like that, product development. Alrighty, let me see here. What do we have in the back? I have just a business wish list, some equipment I need to get my hands on, passwords reference page. Now, all my main pages have the passwords and usernames on the page. This is for everything else. Pet sitting. I do that on the side. I started out pet sitting years ago as a way to support my art business while I was getting it started, but I kind of fell in love with many of the dogs and cats that I pet sit, so I've kept the key ones and I still pet sit for them, and this leaves a place for that. Then we have a pen test page. The pen test page lists each pen that I regularly use, and if I need to test a new pen, I have space to make sure that they don't bleed, which I have not yet had one bleed in this book. Hope you found that helpful. We are going to get right into the materials list for this. It's very simple, and get to making our creative bullet journal.